What's going on, guys? We got the Rams plus 2.5 here against the Seahawks at home. What do you guys think is going to happen? Let's go, Rams, all day. Come on.
What's going on, guys? This is John with 22 Check Down. This week, we've got a whole bunch of championship football. Let's talk about the NFC Championship game with the Rams visiting Seattle. Weather forecast in Seattle for tomorrow's game is going to be low to mid 40s. Possible chance of rain, not a whole lot of wind, 1 to 2 miles an hour. Some reports have gusts up into the 10 to 15 mile an hour range, but should be a good one here. And we could not ask for a better matchup between division rivals here. We got Sam Darnold, what I'm pretty sure is going to be the expected MVP, Matthew Stafford, coming off that finger injury a couple weeks ago. This one is going to be an absolute electrifying matchup to decide the NFC side of the Super Bowl. Let's get into it. Adam, what are your thoughts on this week's game, this NFC Championship? What a gift, huh?
Oh, what a gift. So I feel like the first matchup there is going to be defensive all day. I feel like this matchup here, I feel like both defenses are good, but yet they can let it rip too. So I'm not 100% sure on which way I'm going to go yet, but I do know this for a fact. Old K Walker is going to have at least 2 catches. Just let everybody know. You can bet the bank on that.
Yeah, I like it. Here's the facts, right? These two teams are division rivals. They've played each other twice. They've split the series 1-1. One of those games, so the over-under this week is right at, I believe, 45 points. One of those games has gone to overtime and hit the mid-70s, and the other one was well below 45. So Seattle actually took the higher scoring game, believe it or not. I know we think of the Rams of this high-powered offense, but Seattle's got one of the best scoring defenses in the league as well. So it's anybody's guess the way this one's going to turn out. I know there's a big push for the 12th man in Seattle, but that 38-37 overtime victory, that was in Seattle. And, I don't think that with the firepower that the Rams have, that the Seattle crowd is really going to have a whole lot of effect on Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, and Kyren Williams.
So my big thing is that you got Stafford. He's a veteran, right? He knows what to look for and what not to look for. We're all looking for Seattle to make the next step, right? All day long. But we got veterans on the Rams side that I just can't go against the Rams. That's why I got the Rams head here, baby. I can't go against these guys right here as much as I want. Sam Darnold, has he won a big game? Like, has he been putting this pressure? Like, the Rams defense ain't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Yeah, so players to watch for. Again, Darnold's going to have to show out. He's going to have to prove himself in this one. It's going to rely on how effective is the Rams' run game. The game that they won this year, like I said, these teams split in the regular season. In the game that they won, Kyren Williams was over 7 yards per carry. In the game they lost, he was under 4. So, that's a key stat right there. Rams run game is going to set up that play action with Stafford. It's going to set up Nacua over top. Look out for the Rams tight ends. On the flip side of this one, I've got a little revenge game. That's right. I said revenge game for Cooper Kupp. Look for Cooper Kupp. This is going to be a possession-based game right here. Okay. I don't look for this one to be very high scoring. It's probably going to be somewhere in the mid-20s at best. I look for Cooper Kupp to be effective on third downs and highly sought after by Sam Darnold on third downs. I expect Cooper Kupp to have 5 catches in this one. And if he does, look for him to have a touchdown, potentially. And give me Seattle in this one, Adam. What do you think?
I'm going to stay away from, like, this is kind of the same as the first game. Like, I feel like the Rams can compete here because Seattle dominated last week so hardcore that it blew my mind. Like, it really did. And I was like, wow. I was like, Seattle, it might be the real deal here. And I think with the veterans on the Rams side, like, I'm scared to pick a team here. But what I will do is, Charbonnet's out, right? So give me Kenneth Walker for 2 catches at least all day long. Like that's my go-to. Is my, it's 2020's you check down. Like, I'm all about the check down. So
these are the 4 best defenses, I think, in the league. And they're playing at their best right now at the best time, right? At the most important time. One key takeaway for Seattle here, and this is really going to determine the outcome in this game, is where the Bears had success on defense last week against Matthew Stafford. Take away the finger injury, but they were able to get to him on the edge, showing some zone blitzing schemes that they typically hadn't shown in the past and that the Rams haven't seen before. That's not exactly Seattle's style, but I could see them taking a couple of little sprinkles out of the Bears playbook from last week and using that effectiveness to get to Matthew Stafford and disrupt that passing game.
Okay, so let me talk about one player here real quick. Kyren Williams, okay? He's been good this offseason. They've been pounding the ball to him. He had 2 touchdowns last week. Like, how do you think he'll fare against that Seattle defense?
It's really tough to tell. The Seattle defense is going to come out. They're playing at home. Obviously, they're going to be amped up for this one. There's no bigger game these guys have ever played in before. Like I said, they split this series, and the game that Seattle won, Kyren was incredibly ineffective. The game that the Rams came back and won was a much lower scoring game, but the Rams were just able to move the sticks, drive in, drive out. Every 3-4 plays, they're moving the sticks. And Kyren had over 7 yards per carry, almost had 8 yards per carry in that one, and I believe a touchdown. So, it's really going to depend on how they utilize Kyren Williams in the run game, and if they're willing to stick with him even when they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage, because Seattle is absolutely going to give Kyren a couple of rushes for no yardage or negative yardage. So we'll see if Sean McVay sticks with the run game after a couple of stuffs.
All right, guys, there it is. There's your matchup for the night game. We will have a Super Bowl special coming at some point here in the near future, along with some March Madness and some MLB talk. So, Johnny, last words here.
Man, just talking about post NFL seasons got me excited. Look, guys, if you're enjoying the content, stick with us. We're excited to have you. We're excited to talk sports. We want to hear what you guys have to say too. So let's watch these games this weekend. Let's see who's going to this Super Bowl this year. And look forward to talking to y'all. 22 check down. I'm out.